Rimfire Duke Part 2. I replaced the grips and the brass extractor on Rimfire Duke, the Ruger Wrangler 22. I had Arizona Custom grips on the gun. It now has a set of Rio Grande Custom grips, and I replaced the brass extractor with a replacement extractor from an outfit called Samson. And before we go any further, both of these guns have been checked. And before we can talk more about Rimfire Duke, we need to talk about this gun here, the Bronze Beauty. And the reason I've got this gun here in the video is I would shoot this gun and then I would shoot Rimfire Duke. And handling on the Bronze Beauty was just better. Came down to the grips. These grips on this gun are from an outfit called Premium Gun Grips. They cost about $35, so they do sell a premium product without the premium price. And let me show you briefly the differences between these grips and the Arizona Custom grips I had on Rimfire Duke. And for starters, we will look at the ends. The ends on the Arizona Custom grips are flat. The ends on Premium Gun grips are beveled. So when you pick this gun up, you hold it the way most people hold a single action with their little finger, their pinky under the grip. It just wraps right around. Not so easy when the grips are flat. When they're flat, it just has an odd feel, even though they are a little thinner than these grips. It was just kind of odd. And speaking of thinner, if we compare these, you can see that these grips are thicker. And so while this set of grips tapers a little bit, it's flat at the end, these grips taper more substantially to fill your hand, and of course they are beveled at the end. Now if you prefer a thinner grip, maybe with the ends flat, then these are perfect for you. And these Arizona Custom grips are made out of something they call magnitusk. I have no idea what it is, but it is a dense material. Does not have a plastic feel. It has more of a natural material feel to it. So that's nice, but the shape, the ergonomics just were all wrong. So what to do for Rimfire Duke? Well, I started searching around and eventually ended up at Rio Grande Custom Grips, exchanged a couple of emails asking questions. They were very helpful. Rio Grande has put their name at the bottom of the grips. You can't mistake them. Another detail you'll notice here is these ends. They've been sort of rounded off a little bit, so there's no points, which is a nice attention to detail. The grips fit very well, front and the back. They do sort of round and then down and then round again, but it's a good fit considering that they're molded. There's some type of polymer or polymer-like material, so they don't have the natural feel of the Arizonas, but everything else about them is just about right. One thing you'll note, I think you can see in that view, is the grips are just a little bit short for the frame. The Arizonas were also short. The difference is when you grip these, you can see how you get that nice pinky wrap around, the little finger wrap around the bottom. And the Arizonas, of course, being flat, were kind of odd. They were flat, and then you had that frame protruding, and then they were flat again, so you just couldn't get that single action grip on these. Now when you install these fit very snugly. They're very tight. You have to kind of work them on a little bit. And once they're on, they're on. I mean, obviously they'll come back off, but if this screw gets a little bit loose, they don't wobble. They don't shift around because they do fit very tightly even before you put the screw in. The screw here is the original screw. They do not send you a screw, just the regular screw fits. And unlike the Arizona Custom grips, these screw fits in set. It is not slightly protruding like it did on the Arizonas. So That's nice there, but it gives you a nice feel. The other change is the brass extractor. Let me lighten up this video a little bit so we can see some details here. This is the original Ruger brass extractor rod, and the one that's on the gun now is the one from Samson. And you can see there's quite a bit more area on this Half Moon than there was on the Wrangler. It's a simple replacement. You just remove this screw. This is spring loaded, of course, so it's going to pop off. Take the original out. The replacement comes with a little rubber cap on the end. Make sure you remove that rubber cap before you install it into this extractor tube, and put it back on the gun, put the screw back, and you're done. The only other thing you might do is, Mother Nature's getting noisy. The only thing you might do is put a drop of oil, maybe here and here, with a needle point oiler. And we'll open this up so that we can work the extractor rod here, and you can see it works real well. There's much more to get your finger on, and you'll hopefully see in the video that the full length of travel, this this Half Moon tab, never touches the bottom of the barrel, so no concerns about scratching the bottom of the barrel. And of course, But how do these upgrades work out at the range? Well, you can see there on the left a couple of playing cards. Each one of those shots was drawn from the holster, point and shoot at a range of 7 yards. I'll take the accuracy. That's probably a record for me. And no snags on the holster with the new ejector rod, so a success all the way around. And so there you have it, a couple of upgrades that won't break the bank and make a good, inexpensive single action even better. So thanks for watching, and be safe.